All right, what's good, YouTube? This is JC Speaks, back for another video. Let me get right quick. All right, enough of that. Bet. So, back with a new video. I'm excited about this one. I've been waiting. I've been licking my chops. So, what I'm gonna talk about in this video is something that's been heavy on me for the past, I want to say, week or so. I actually had a pretty rough week this past week, and this was kind of like the driving force behind it. So, just to get into it, and you'll see it in the title, but it's living your own life, staying in your lane. Okay? Yes, we're gonna talk about staying in your lane. So, first, all right. So, what is staying in your lane to me? Staying in your lane is pretty much not looking around you or on social media, which is kind of saturated in my generation, for your life. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Not looking around you at other people or at social media for your life. One of the main things that I struggled with this past week was feeling like I was left behind because as a personal trainer, I'm on social media when I post my stuff, but sometimes I get on there like we all do and just be on there scrolling. Before you know it, 10 minutes gone by, you're scrolling on the gram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. But I found myself really putting my life up against other people's lives, especially in my industry. And I was like, why? I feel like I work pretty hard. I feel like I'm trying to do life the right way. I'm trying to follow God and trying to live His way and trying to live for Him. I mess up. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to be right. So I'm doing all this stuff, and it seems like things just keep going reverse rather than going forward. And I'm looking at these people that I was watching on social media and people that are around me that seem to have, everything going the right direction. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know these people personally. I don't know what they're going through. But it just looks to me like, well, I'm doing all this, and this, X, Y, and Z, and nothing's coming from it really, or what I think should come from it is coming from it. So, but these people seem to have it all. They got it all figured out. They got the money, they got whatever they want, they can do what they want, go where they want. And then you have me back here just trying to hold on. So it's like, I started feeling upset, and I got frustrated and angry, and I was like, well, so what am I really doing? But to make a long story short, I let what was going on around me in my environment, I was on a surface level, okay? And I'm about to get into that too. I was on the surface level, All right, so, surface level. Okay, I made a post on my Facebook that I would elaborate on when I said a lot of the people and things around us are distractions. So what I meant by that, and to kind of bring it home, is living on surface level. In other words, so there are people around you, the environment, people, whatever around you, that are very surface level. So in other words, caught up in things that are have no substance. They have no substance. It's just all surface level is what you see. So the things that you see on social media, when you see somebody that has what you think you want, when you see, things going on in other places to where it looks like everything is going all great, the grass is greener, and all that stuff is surface level. People that only care about surface level, people that are shallow, okay, that are around you. They only care about having money. They only care about having status. They only care about, having accomplishments, that surface level. So a lot of times what happens is, I know with me, sometimes me, myself included, I can get caught up in having surface level and be okay with having surface level people around me, which I'm working on. I just turned 25. Since I've been getting older, no lie, I wish I could sugarcoat this, but I just don't have my patience for small talk, my patience for and don't get me wrong, I'm a nice person, I talk to anybody, but at a certain point it's like, okay, I desire more to have people around me that have substance about them, because I'm in a position now to where I'm trying to grow and become who I'm supposed to be here completely. Okay, so I'm not trying to entertain a lot of surface level activity. So my dishes. I'm not trying to entertain a lot of surface level activity. I'm trying to go beneath the surface. So, in other words, I'm trying to, find out and try to discern things that can pretty much put me in a position to come closer to who I'm supposed to be, rather than get caught up in distractions, aka surface level things. So, and I would encourage all y'all to pursue that too, and really think about that. Like the people that you talk to and that you mess with every day, people that you encounter every day, the place that you go often, what are they really? Like when you really step back and look at people and look at things, what does this represent really? And I know some people don't come from in the comments. People, oh, it's deep, and it ain't that deep. It's just life. It's just. Okay, so let me get this straight. All right, let me add. Okay, so you would much rather delay who you're supposed to be, take time away from where you could be in the present moment, and delay it over a person, a place, or a thing. I am so sorry, but I'm just coming to a place where I just can't relate. And I mean, we all grow at our own speed and our own pace, but I'm really not trying to go that way. I'm in a position, like I said, I'm just trying to be around people and put things in place in my life to where it can grow me and it can take me beneath the surface of life. Because I feel like it's so easy to just get caught up in social media. It's so easy to get caught up in, what you don't have. It's so easy to get caught up in, where you're not at right now, where you thought you should be. And that was my struggle this past week. I was like hard up angry. And I found myself really having to like just take some time and relax and just think, about like, why am I in this position right now? Why am I in this season right now? What does this mean? What am I supposed to learn with this? Versus why don't I have what they have? Why am I not at the level that I feel I should be at? Why am I just, struggling, just trying to make it? And it's like, I don't have the answers, for one. And I think once you really come to terms with the fact that you will not have the answers, at least all of them, but I mean, like you can wear yourself out, stretch yourself out, trying to control pretty much the outcome of life. You'll never be able to figure out the outcome. So what kind of put me at peace is just, and I talked to a few people and it was like, don't try to figure it out. Don't try to figure it out. I mean, it's going on for a reason. So, what you're supposed to learn from this situation that you're in right now, learn from it, and whatever is supposed to come from this will come from it. But staying in your lane, there's gonna come a point in time to where this same thing's gonna happen to you, to where it's like, no matter what you feel like you can control, because a lot of people will be like, well, that's okay. It's not that I can get on social media, and I can look at people and I can scroll and do this and it won't affect me. But what I found out, because it happened to me too, you can real deal get on social media. You can real deal look at people around you that have stuff that you want or that you think you want and be like, it's not a big deal. Subconsciously, it's going to come out eventually. It's going to come out of you eventually. So you could be minding your own business, and a situation come up and you just find yourself feeling like less than, or find yourself feeling like, based off what you see, and it's like, well, I'm not trying to feel this way, but you've already been exposed to something, that you feel like, or somebody that's like, they have something that I have, they're at a level that I'm at, even though you're not at that moment taking it as, I wish I was there. Subconsciously, that's going to stay in here. That's going to stay in here. So eventually it will come out of you, whether you think you can handle that or not. And that just comes with being self-aware. So if you know that you're the type of person that can't be around certain people because you'll covet what they have, can't look at certain images because you'll want them, and it's not the end of the world to, want to grow and want to have nice stuff but you should never be using other people's lives or what their lives are perceived as a measuring stick for your own. Okay? You should never want to use other people's lives or what their lives are perceived of as a measuring stick for your own. That's something that I'm in the midst of coming to terms with right now, because, you know, I consider myself, as much as I try to be patient, as much as I try to, like, you know, just chill and do me, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You know, sometimes it really takes a lot for me to remain patient and keep myself kind of in my own lane, which is why I can understand. But at the same time, you have to really think about these things, because all these things are distractions to get you feeling like that, to get you feeling like you're less than, to get you feel like you'll never get there, to get you to feel like you'll never make the money, you'll never be able to live a comfortable life, or whatever the case may be, or wherever you're wanting. You know, all these things are distractions to get you from focusing on pursuing your calling. That stuff will come. You know, all that stuff will come. And I think it's important, now that I'm getting older, not to really focus on pursuing those things versus pursuing what your actual calling is. The byproduct of you pursuing your calling, a way will be made for you to get those things. Okay? So what that requires is you kind of, you know, die into yourself, really. Not kind of all the way. Die into yourself to where it's like, okay, I realize, you know, I've tried to control it. I've tried to control the outcome. Now I realize I can't do it anymore. You know, so my way clearly doesn't work, okay? So I'm gonna try it this way. So that takes a lot of self-awareness, and that's something that I've been, for the past couple of years, just been focusing on, just being completely self-aware of myself, issues that I have. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's such a broad subject to me, because, you know, staying in your lane, I feel like when you really go beneath the surface, it'll all make sense to you. When you intentionally try to seek out what things, people, and circumstances really mean, when you have that connection with God, I feel like, and you ask Him to give you, like, the power to discern stuff, it'll come together like a puzzle, to where you can literally not even have to seek it, it'll find you, if that makes sense. And that's something that I'm experiencing right now, you know, being shown what people in my life, what they really mean right now. Like, the things that I'm going through right now, what they really mean, you know, trying to stay from being on surface level, trying to stay beneath the surface in deep, like, okay, what does this really mean? Show me, like, what's going on, what am I supposed to do? What should I be learning? What should I be, you know, what in me needs to die in this season? What in me needs to, you know, come out and awake and grow? But it's pretty much the meat of it, guys. Like I said, I could go on, but I just wanted to get to that point to where it's like, I encourage anybody that watches this video to really take that into consideration. Go beneath the surface and really seek to see, you know, is this person, is this thing, is this circumstance a distraction from what I should be pursuing? Because a lot of times it is. Most times it is. Things that we put a lot of value in, things that we put a lot of weight on, things that we put a lot of time and effort into is a distraction, okay? And it takes years and it takes time away from us that could have saved us time getting to where we need to be. So yeah, guys, so go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed it. Give me a bit, mollywop the like sign, the like button, comment more topics that y'all want to hear my take on from me. But other than that, guys, we're gonna keep rolling. JC Speaks. I'm excited to keep this going. I'm actually enjoying more and more doing these videos. So keep comment on my videos. Like I said, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And we're gonna keep things going. It's been JC Speaks, and I'm out.